20.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go.
Newton on third down. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this one is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. At the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's Wilson to throw. Blitz coming, Evans leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, 0-0-0. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes the sack. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
Good one, boys. Go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Shedding the tackle. On the run, he'll let this go deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said...
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
36 power. 52, Mike 52. You guys, listen. Check.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. There goes a deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gun. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. Behind Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 50, check 50. Spawn. No.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, B. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Check. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. You go express. You got to take 8. Check 52. Check 13. On
2nd down, McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Panthers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Taking it, and got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 31 on third down.
What's up? 20. Watch twist. Watch twist. 8. Express. 8.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, and an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pick it up. Big ass. Check. 22, check. Over. 22, check. Over. Out. Watch twist. Watch the check.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Seahawks 11-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Hey, that's it. 20. Alert 3. Joker.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hatchet. Undercrunch. Check. Got it. Good.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the gun, just go. And let's see who's faster.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Here you go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Switches. 8.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
8. 20. SOS. Kill. Gun. Kill. 20. Delta.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
We got double up. Under 10. 10. Get 8. Shift. Say. Whip. Watch the whip. Gun. Rotate. Step. Hot. Check 9. Alert flare. Check nickel. Check out.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Nice, sweetheart. Alert. Check 25.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Let's go. Tighten up.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ja'Kai Polite picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, watch this.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over. Looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see, 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
Now Wilson back into his end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
54, check.
Wilson to throw from his end zone. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big pickup of 38.
First down, Seattle.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back up. And this is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Seahawks 14, Panthers 10. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 180. Great.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
50%. Look at it. Choose the mic. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. 8. Let's get off the field. Check. Hey, 52.
Throwing again on second down. Newton flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 11-yard line.
That's it. 180. 20. Slam. Tight dog.
Shoves him aside. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he's brought down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here we go. 180. We want this. No. Off.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Luke Kuechly able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Good job right there.
Wilson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, exit. Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
He's got a man, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99. Check 99. Great.
Back to throw, Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Man open. That's Ray McLeod. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Jim.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Newton. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Carson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And an alley to run. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now it's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get that.
Now Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.